And we're back for this game, eHEROES against Big Dick Energy. Very awaited match, I think, with a lot of known players on the vanilla scene, and also pretty famous players in the retail scene, which could be very surprising, I think, because I don't think they played a lot of vanilla, but they have a lot of knowledge on the PvP on retail. Looks like the fight is already going on in mid, and Perplexity is going focused by the shamans.
Yeah, it looks like the Alliance side taking this mid fight pretty aggressively here from the get-go. And like you mentioned, Traque, this game has a very interesting storyline to it. So on the Big Dick Energy side, who are playing Alliance at the moment, you are seeing many players who are considered to be among the best of their class at vanilla. Many players that have been active on private servers for years and years and years and demonstrated their mastery for the game on many occasions. Meanwhile, on the Horde side, we have the team of eHEROES, who have fairly limited vanilla experience, but have a lot of multi-rank 1s, multi-glads, 3,000 rated players, very successful retail arena players on their team. So I know that the eHEROES team has caused some waves and a little bit of drama because they seem to think that they can just come into the vanilla scene and dominate based on their retail experience and their skill in arena. Meanwhile, the Big Dick Energy side, they are true vanilla boys. They've been playing the vanilla game for a very long time, so it's going to be quite interesting to see who comes out on top. Skogz has gotten a flag pick for eHEROES. He's got a rocket helm onto Perplexity, but he's still being trained by Tribe, getting a little bit low. He's got Ice Tea Peach coming in to peel for him now. That Nova's not going to do much because Tribe's FAP is still up, and Skogz goes down. So early on, eHEROES unable to get the flag out despite the rocket helm onto Perplexity.
Yeah, it looks like Storm is already getting ready to cap. Perplexity is trying to earn time on that. Looks pretty good for the Big Dick Energy team right. Yeah, it's actually going to be a cap right now. Very, very soon.
Yeah, that's going to be a quick cap for Big Dick Energy, doing a great job. Interesting how they sent Tribe back to help Perplexity defend, possibly a decision based on the composition that eHEROES are rolling with. But that, my friends, is a 5-minute cap, and you don't see that very often. Big Dick Energy asserting themselves early on, letting the retail heroes know that this is not going to be as easy as they think it is. Staunch defense set up at the ramp now. That's Goth and Funeral, along with their healers. Perplexity coming into mid himself, looking to take control here. Looks like we'll settle in for another mid-fight as the eHEROES try to reset themselves, try to take a deep breath, and figure out exactly how to counter what just happened to them, because it happened very quickly.
Oh, looks like the Hunter just found the Stormix in mid, next to the... Yeah, Stormix is getting... his whole team is coming to help, although it looks like the fight is gonna happen there.
Yeah, he's gonna get almost blown up here. The Shaman casting on him. Damage doesn't quite connect. StormX manages to survive, and so now we've got another mid-fight on our hands. This battle for control will prove to be very important. Neither flag picked at the moment. Skogz on his way into the Alliance base to take the flag, and whoever gets mid-control here will have a much easier time capturing this next flag. Of course, at this point, Big Dick Energy on the Alliance side, they're a little bit behind because Storm X was forced to fall so far back. So now Skogz is going to get a flag pick, and this is going to be a very crucial battle for mid control. If the Horde is able to push up and get full control of mid, Skogz will have an easy way across the map. We see Kron and Voika, two of the best mages on vanilla, doing their best to control this fight, getting the rank 1 frostbolts out. Voika with the finisher on to Frywind there. That removes the Hunter from mid. Now they can focus on taking out these shamans. Of course, eHEROES running the double shaman composition. Perplexity asserting himself in mid now as well, putting pressure onto that shaman. Voika and Kron doing a great job of controlling the fight, while Goth gets out as much damage as he can. We see Skogz now in the Alliance base. Looks like he's going to get out mostly for free because Big Dick Energy just committed most of their players to trying to control mid here. They're very aware of this fact as Tribe and his homies mount up to go try and stop Skogz. Ice Tea Peach outside of the Alliance tunnel trying to deal with Goth so that Skogz can cross safely. Skog's now out, headed towards the Leaf Hut, but if he runs at too direct of an angle towards the side of the map here, he's going to give Big Dick Energy time to collapse on him. Looks like that's exactly what they want to do. We'll see if he can get across. Storm X, meanwhile,
Skog's in a very bad spot.
Oh, absolute ownage.
Big damage.
Yeah, that was absolutely huge. He was taken out so quickly. So now, if Storm X can make this escape, this could be another cap. Big Dick Energy with all kinds of control. Storm popping the Shadow Reflector, shifting out of the slows. He's got a Shaman right here ready to cast on him. Gets the Frost Shock, shifts out of it very quickly. His rocket boots are up. He is absolutely hauling ass across the map right now. Meanwhile, another flag pick by the eHEROES. We'll see if they can get it out. They're under a lot of pressure now, though. The pace definitely on the side of Big Dick Energy.
Yeah, indeed. God is also earning a lot of time for his team with the Curse of Exhaustion, which is slowing down a lot the Horde team in mid.
That's Traque with the flag in his hands on the Rogue. Definitely not an ideal role for a Rogue to be in, and he's going to learn that very quickly as he gets absolutely exploded. The flag is returned, and it's looking like another easy cap for Big Dick Energy. They are just manhandling these players. We mentioned at the beginning of the game, there is a lot of ego going on this eHEROES side. Certainly no disrespect to these players. They have multiple people with multiple rank 1 titles, tons of very high rated arena experience, but we are seeing right now before our eyes that arena skill does not necessarily translate to vanilla Warsong Gulch. The experience of Big Dick Energy really showing as they've capped 2 flags here in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, indeed, the experience of vanilla players should seem to be dominating of the years of playing on retail with arenas and such. Obviously, it's not the same dimension. I think there's a big difference, and that's why they seem kind of...
Indeed, it's a completely different game, Traque. You and I know this, and the eHEROES seem to be learning this fact here in map number 1. They've fallen back into a defensive setup, once again looking for the mid-fight here. They were able to be fairly successful in the second mid-fight there, but they have not been able to turn it into a flag cap as we see Goth peeling off to stop this mage from making his way into the base. Of course, the most important job of the Hunter and the Warlock is to prevent that mage from getting into the base. Traque's now using some cooldowns in a questionable situation, blowing a Vanish and more in a 1v2 here against the Lock and the Hunter. Ice T Peach now coming in. Traque's looking for that re-stealth. He's going to get it. Oh, but he walks right into the flare. That's so unfortunate. Ends up scattershotted. And it looks like he's going to be going down. A lot of cooldowns wasted by the Rogue Traque there in a fairly meaningless battle. Meanwhile, in more meaningful battles, Storm X looks like he's going to easily get this flag out the Horde ramp. Traque, this is just domination.
Yeah, maybe Traque didn't do the right decision by going into the enemy's ramp. Maybe he should have stayed on flag room to prevent Storm from picking.
Yeah, they seem to just be using absolutely no defense. They're completely committed to the mid-fight rather than defending their flag room. It's not working out very well for them at the moment. Storm X going to have a bit of a risky cross here. He has a Hunter and a Warlock dead up ahead of him. Oh, and Storm X is in a lot of trouble here. They're going to collapse on him. The Soulfire being casted. Oh, but it's interrupted by Voikas. What a clutch counterspell. Yeah, that was absolutely huge. Storm X with the Feral Charge. He charges towards safety. His health still very high. He's in no trouble whatsoever. And this map could be over in a mere 12 minutes if the eHEROES can't manage to get a flag pick here.
But looks like Skog's is going from ramp with Mount, so he might be able to get the pick, although the defense might be able to earn enough time for Stormix to come back and get the cap.
Yeah, the flag is picked by eHEROES now. Perplexity and Voika racing up the tunnel to try and stop that flag from making its way out ramp. Swiftness pot from Perplexity. Sprint on cooldown. Trying to chase down this new flag carrier. Skogs doesn't have the flag yet, though. It's still in the hands of RM Priest. Once again, not a class you want to see picking the flag. He is taken out very, very quickly. Storm X, though, not ready to cap just yet. He's locked in a battle at the Alliance ramp. 1v1 against Traque. Traque with the blind. He's got his skull up. Can't be rocket helmed. Storm is in a lot of trouble here. His team rotating in. He needs to be healed very, very quickly or he could go down. Oh, and what a rocket helm by Goth. Absolutely massive. That was so
Very
huge.
clutch.
Billy Boy saves the day, and Storm X will go to cap. Ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen,
there's CC right in front of them.
oh my goodness,
Very
eHEROES, a 12-minute loss. Very unfortunate, certainly not the result that they were expecting. They came onto the server and came into this tournament with a lot of confidence thanks to their high-rated retail arena experience, but they just got 3-0'd by the Vanilla Boys.
Indeed, quite impressive game. And the Big Dick Energy asserting their domination in this game, I must say.
An impressive win indeed. A 12-minute win, one of the fastest wins that we have seen so far today. We'll take a real quick break while we swap our macros and the team swaps factions, and we'll see if eHEROES can bounce back on map 2 and make their insane mechanical skill translate to the vanilla battleground. We'll be right back, guys.
Hello, welcome back to the second game from BD versus eHEROES. They now switched factions, and we'll see if the eHEROES manage to come back from the stomping loss.
Yeah, and if you're just now joining us, there is quite an interesting storyline here. I want to shout out Tips Out Baby for the big host. Thank you for that, sir. I think we have a lot of new viewers since map 1 just a few minutes ago. So if you're just joining us, there's a bit of an interesting storyline here. On the Big Dick Energy side, we have many players that are considered to be among the best at their class in the vanilla scene. A very impressive lineup, a very stacked lineup on the Big Dick Energy side. Meanwhile, on the eHEROES side, who will be playing Alliance here in map 2, we have some very high-rated arena players from retail. These guys, you know, we definitely owe them some respect. They're highly accomplished players. There are loads and loads of rank 1 titles spread out across this eHEROES team. However, they have pretty limited experience in vanilla. They came into this tournament extremely confident that they could step up and own the private server players who they deemed to be not as skilled as themselves. But regardless of mechanical skill, we saw that vanilla experience really come through and shine on map 1, where the Vanilla Boys, aka Big Dick Energy, gained an impressive and very convincing 3-0 victory in a 12-minute game. The factions have been switched. We're getting ready for the mid-fight here. We'll see if eHEROES can make the adjustments, figure things out, and bounce back to make this game a little bit more competitive. We've got Big Dick Energy on the Horde side. They're getting aggressive in mid. Of course, we know this mid fight very friendly for the Horde, looking to push back this Alliance team. Tribe charging in right away, trying to line up that burst combined with the Elemental Shaman. All kinds of casts going around, and early on here, Big Dick Energy being pushed back towards their base. RM Priest has already gone down. Big Dick Energy winning this mid fight on the Horde side decidedly right now, Traque.
Yeah, indeed, they are pretty getting pushed back, which is quite. I mean, it's the eHEROES are. It's kind of even, actually, I think.
Yeah, they got a couple of kills there, Big Dick Energy, and they decided to fall back. Both flags have been picked. You guys can see the Alliance Druid's point of view in your top left corner, and the Horde Druid's point of view in your top right corner. Speaking of that Horde Druid, that's going to be Storm X making his way out of the tunnel. His team was able to get enough mid control that he should be able to cross fairly safely here. He does have warrior damage going on to him at the moment now. His health hasn't started rubber banding just yet, but Kron's with a nice sheep onto that warrior. That's going to allow Storm X to survive, at least for the time being. The Warlock, though, coming to try and keep that damage going. Storm X, however, looks to have escaped safely. Evocate's coming in, Mage is trying to regain some mana so that they can peel. Meanwhile, Halfiel on the Priest, escorting Storm X across the map. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, we've got Skogs trying to cross with that flag himself.
Indeed, Scruggs on connector right now trying to join ramp with his team.
Perplexity is on him hard, and Goth as well. The 1-2 punch of Goth and Perplexity takes out Skogs with ease. Storm X,
and Storm X
looking for the graveyard jump
from
here. Ready to cap.
Indeed, yeah. Should be a cap, I think. The eHEROES are pretty light. Oh, actually, Mage... they just have control of flag room right now. The eHEROES can't pick at all. That's a cap.
Yeah, indeed.
Maybe we're getting maybe Big Dick Energy will try to get a fast cap right after that. I don't know if they have someone waiting in the enemy flag room.
Possibly. They are keeping the Hunter, the Warlock, and the Rogue, that's Funeral, Goth, and Perplexity, back in that flag room. We know when you have all three of those classes defending that flag room, it's extraordinarily difficult for a Druid to get out alone. It's even difficult for a Druid to get out 2v1 with a Mage in that situation. So the defense coming up strong for Big Dick Energy early on, and StormX really not having any trouble getting that flag across mid, thanks in large part to the fact that his team was able to win that initial team fight in the mid. They just gave themselves so much control. They were able to split the res timers of eHEROES, keep only that one warrior and healer dead while the rest of the team is struggling in mid, giving StormX an easy cross. eHEROES looking to bounce back here, Traque.
Yeah, indeed. The mid control is really important, and it can really end up in a fast cap if you lose the control of mid.
eHEROES
easily
doing a pretty good job of taking some mid control here. They're going to send, it looks like, a paladin and a mage, 2 mages indeed, towards that Horde ramp. Horde falling back into a defensive position. Oh, and look at this. The Hunter's going to find himself very separated from his team. He will be going down. Meanwhile, though, over at the Horde ramp, eHEROES trying to make their way up into the base against this staunch defense. Global count on the mage, doing what he can to peel and help his flag team get through to get a clean pick here. It's going to be easier said than done, but eHEROES finally sending a lot of players for the flag. It has been picked by Mr. Skoggs. We'll see if he can make it out. He has much more support than he has during the previous attempts.
Looks like they chose to get the Sham and really on a defensive spot by letting him in, probably to make sure that the Druid is not able to escape, but that will not be enough since Skoggs is now in range.
Yeah, StormX being given a little bit of trouble this time in the Horde flag room, or Alliance flag room rather. It looks like they've got their Warlock back defending, but StormX's team is here to peel him. It's just going to be the Warlock trying to get as much damage as he can onto Storm, but his health is not even dropping low. A beautiful grenade onto the Warlock there. He's doing everything he can. The Tidal Charm from Kron's into the Sheep. He's already used his Devour Magic, so he'll be forced to sit that full duration. Off cooldown in time, but he's got too many trash buffs and can't get the Sheep. So another relatively easy flag out for StormX. Meanwhile, Skoggs over towards the Horde base, just under so much pressure. He's got Tribe right on him. He's taking a lot of damage, and it's just too much to heal through. Skoggs goes down once again. Kron doing a great job of peeling for StormX here. Just doing what he can to keep these players in mid. Even if he goes down here, it's completely worth it, but he will not be going down, as Halfiel is in a perfect position to make sure he's keeping StormX's health up as well as keeping Kron alive, the crucial peeler. StormX making his way up tunnel now, and Traque, I dare say it, it's looking like yet another cap for Big Dick Energy.
Indeed, Big Dick Energy just farming those caps is the eHEROES might need to find a new way to. Oh, actually, I think Skoggs just gave up. Oh, never mind. Second cap now. It's getting really, really hard for the eHEROES.
Yeah, Big Dick Energy on the exact same pace they were on the last game. We saw them cap that second flag right at about the 8-minute mark. These matches are going by very quickly considering how confident eHEROES was coming into the tournament. They are struggling to even put up a fight right now. They thought they were 10 globals ahead, but now they find themselves 2 caps behind in their elimination game.
Nice one. It looks like they're trying to play a lot in mid with trying to control the exit after. Warlock is going back to the Alliance base, maybe? Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's figured out at this point that he needs to go back and defend. It looks like he's second-guessing himself, though, as there is a big mid-fight happening at the moment. This battle for control outside of the Horde tunnel, definitely an important one. eHEROES, if they can win this fight here, or even just keep the pressure and keep the control, their Druid will finally have a chance at escaping the base. But not if Perplexity has anything to do with it. He's Rocket Helmed at the moment. That's really big. Skoggs is finally going to be able to cross as that Rocket Helm gets covered with a Sheep. Global count doing a great job of peeling for his Druid. But look at
So
this.
doesn't look like for an easy cross for Skog, so he will have to go ramp.
Yeah, and he's just going to be immediately under pressure from Funeral here. See, that the eHEROES really sort of floundered in that mid fight there, and now there's going to be a lot of pressure on Skogs as he tries to make his way across the map.
Looks like he will be able to make it through, although Tribe wants to connect. He's getting shipped. Nice peel by the...
Yeah, this is definitely the cleanest flag pick that we've seen from the eHEROES so far. It looks like they might finally be able to get this match to a stalemate for the first time in the series. Tribe, though, his FAP is still on, his boots are still on, and he's just about to do so much damage to Skogs.
And UHG is casting.
Yeah, getting healed through it for now, but the lightning bolt's coming in. Skogs is in a lot of trouble now. There's a title charm. This could get ugly.
Kick on the healer.
Could get ugly.
This will be very bad. Oh,
a big repick coming in from the priest.
Although,
but it won't be enough.
It's over.
It certainly looks that way, Traque.
Very well handled by the... Indeed. The Big Dick Energy managed to set up a nice burst, and the mages did kick all the heals, so the flag carrier just didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, very well-timed interrupts. UHD and Voika both with some nice interrupts there. Tribe with a perfectly timed FAP Rocket Boots combo. UHD with the cast. And indeed, it looks like we will see yet another 12-minute 3-0. Easy for Big Dick Energy.
Indeed.
Let's get some private server boys in the chat if you're proud of that performance by Big Dick Energy. No disrespect. No disrespect to the eHEROES squad. We're all very much aware of their arena achievements. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a different game. This is not arena. There are no focus macros. This is vanilla Warsong Gulch. And it is an entirely different beast. And Big Dick Energy just showed you their Big Dick Energy. 2 back-to-back 3-0 wins, 12 minutes apiece, making it look so absolutely easy. You love to see the vanilla boys coming through and showing that that experience in this 14-year-old game counts for something.
Indeed, very impressive game, and well done to Big Dick Energy, but eHEROES as well, of course.
Well, Traque, that just about does it. That was our last match of the day. Of course, the tournament is far from over, but your teams advancing to the second round will be NMSL, the combo of Chinese players with Yes Master, the North American Druid, along with Dad Gamers, Raya's last-minute squad thrown together that put on an impressive showing, knocking my own team out of the tournament. You will also have Frog Kebab House advancing. They were turtled. A 10-man turtle by dogs, fighting with absolute desperation, but Frog Kebab House handled it well. And finally, you will have Big Dick Energy, who took out the cocky retail multiglads in an easy back-to-back 3-0. So those are your 4 teams that are advancing. And we don't need to be 10 globals ahead to be 6 caps ahead. That's what we learned today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. We will be back next Sunday with round 2. There is still lots of Warsong Gulch to play. I am Ohhgee, a.k.a. Ohhgee Haptics. It's been a pleasure to cast with you guys today. I've been joined, of course, by Perplexity and by Traque here. And Traque, I want to thank you for being the primary organizer of this tournament and making everything happen. A lot of work was put into this by a lot of people, but Traque is sort of the grandfather of this whole scheme. So thank you for that, sir.
And thank you for you to tuning in and helping me get this together, and for your amazing work at casting the... I hope we'll be able to give you an even better show next week. And hope to see you later, guys.
Yep, tune in next Sunday for more action, guys. Thank you for watching. See you next time.